Prairies are a grass and wildflower dominated system that surprisingly we have here in the lowlands of the Pacific Northwest. And their origin is a combination of glacial history, that is the outwash from the glaciers, created a series of soils that in many places are not particularly conducive to growing trees. But the key there is that Native Americans have been here for close to 10,000 to 12,000 years. And for a good part of that time, they've been setting fires to these prairies because they support a lot of different plants and animals that were important for either food or medicinal purposes. The prairies have changed a lot since I've started working on them. We began by controlling a lot of invasive species through the use of deliberately set fires. Well, there's been a lot of efforts to provide quantities of seed that can be then sown back into the recently burned landscapes and restore some of the diversity of native plants. If we don't preserve these prairies where they are now, there are quite a few species that are likely to disappear from this area.
So we're here on 60 acres out on Violet Prairie. We raise primarily just an Angus cow-calf operation. Very small, 15, 20 head. It's great. You know, I was raised here. We've got a lot of land up here. My sister and I we'd walk our cows up to the top of the hill and jump on their backs and ride them down while they ran. There's been a lot of development in Thurston County. Just in the last 10 years, we've seen 15 to 20 houses go up around this property. The benefits of the easement for us is we're protected forever now. You know, this farm stand of ours will last forever now.
I'm Darlene Bidwell, and I've worked on the prairies for 20 years, and I'm going on 77 at the end of the month. So I've had experience from chasing butterflies to pulling weeds to planting anything else that might have to be done on the prairies. I'd like to see my grandkids and great-grandkids be able to know that there's a prairie to be seen. I think a lot of them, they're not aware, that there are prairies.
Up to recently, prairie conservation has largely been focused on preserving and restoring the small remnants of native prairie that have escaped being plowed under or being overgrown by conifer trees. In the last couple of years, we've recognized that this is not enough. We're going to have to do more than that, and this is going to involve the restoration of native prairie really from scratch, to start with lands that were agricultural fields, that were pasture land, and begin to reestablish native prairie on these sites. And so we're beginning a new chapter really in prairie restoration, learning how to restore the suite of diverse native species that once existed on these sites.